right, Erica. What are your takeaways from this chapter?
Okay. Trouble is healthy to a certain degree. Not being like a super helicopter parent. Some things happen, but when you look at, again, the juxtaposition between worlds, the Dursleys, the the Weasleys, and the lifestyle, the upbringing of how it's going in both, that little bit of freedom for Fred and George to allow them to have like banging noises coming from their room all the time, and they're not like not hovering, allowing their kids to be individuals, because there's so many kids, right? That leeway to be individuals, and I'm like, that's so nice.
And then the fact that there's still Fred and George anyway, who are not individuals and are two halves of one whole.
Yeah. But I mean, I feel like they are much better at like knowing the line. Sure, they toe it. Sure, they cross it. But like not in a very unhealthy way. Except for, of course, flying a car, which I think that was definitely going well over the line and very much in the really stupid sense.
Well, and I was gonna say, so if this is their second year, if this is Ron and Harry's second year, they're 12. Fred and George are 2 years before them, so they're about 14. 14-year-olds steal their parents' car. Especially if there's two of them who are troublemakers anyway, like the twins are.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just that when there are younger siblings that are like roped in together, then they get to know all that stuff at a much younger age. But yeah, no, I mean, it's still the what I've been saying for the past couple chapters, which is just the lovely life that they have at the Burrow. What about you?
I would agree with that. My main takeaway from this chapter is this chapter really, really, really showcases that they're really just two 12-year-olds.
Yeah.
They're just you dodo birds.
Yeah.
They're so smart, and they have so much knowledge about things, and they have so much common sense most of the time that I think we forget that they're actually children. And this chapter was just really, oh yeah, they're two 12-year-old best friends.
Hilarious.
Yes.
So funny.
Just all the other solutions they could have come up with besides flying the car.
Yeah.
So many solutions. Even just waiting by the car. Yeah. Even, like Professor McGonagall said, sending an owl. Like, there was so many other ways they could have solved their problem than immediately going to, all right, let's fly the car. So, for me, this chapter just fully showcased how much they're still really just children and are 12 years old with 12-year-old logic.
Yeah, 100%. Like, it doesn't matter if you're from the wizarding world, if you are a muggle, like, you're a 12-year-old.
You're a 12-year-old kid, and you do really stupid 12-year-old things, because sometimes 12-year-olds don't think things through all the way. And they very definitely did not think this through all the way.
Yeah. They had access to a flying car because of Arthur. If they didn't have access to a flying car, what would they have done?
Maybe then they would have thought to send an owl, because they still have one of those.
Yeah. And I can't imagine that Ron would have thought, oh, let's drive the car there, right?
No,
Because
like,
you don't know how to get there, and a 12-year-old driving a car, you can't like put an invisibility booster on that because you're going to get into accidents on the street. So like it would have played out in a very different way. But I have another question.
hold on, I was going to say, hold on, wait, before you ask your question.
Yeah.
It's also funny if you think about their upbringings. So Ron completely takes for granted his parents and how much they make sure that their kids are all right at all times, because he didn't even think to just wait for his parents. Like, because like I said, Molly knows she brought 6 children and only put 4 on the train.
Yeah.
She's going to be looking for them.
Yeah.
Now, I imagine because they don't have cell phones and things, that what happened was Arthur and Molly went back out to the parking lot, realized the car was gone, and realized what happened.
Yeah.
Harry has never had anybody give a damn what he does anyway. He can do whatever. Nobody cares. They hope he kills himself over there at the Dursley house. Like, they don't. And so neither one of them thought from the standpoint of Mrs. Weasley is going to come looking for you and you will have an adult to help you solve this problem.
Right. Can you, speaking of apparition, disappearing one place and appearing in another place, what we will learn in the future, how it works, is that you have to concentrate very hard on your intended destination, right? Now, can you apparate into a flying car? Apparently you can't, I would imagine.
I think you would have to know where it was, though.
Really?
You know what I mean? Yeah, like you can't just be like, all right, I'm going to get into the car and just appear where they are. You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know how it works.
I would imagine not, because I feel like you typically apparate to a particular place because you know where you're going and you have to concentrate on that place. So like,
so
okay,
if
I'm going
concentrating on the back seat of the Ford Anglia.
Yeah, but if you don't know where it is, because somehow your body still has to get there.
Yeah.
Even if you concentrate on it, if you don't know where it is, you know what I mean?
I don't. I mean,
I don't know. They were just 2 dumb 12-year-olds, and they should not have taken that car.
They should not. And then, okay, so here's my other question was, why did they go back 3 times to the burrow to get the broom or to get the diary or to whatever? I would just be like, we'll send it by owl, okay? Or we're not going to be late. It's free, right? Owl Post.
I mean, but their owl is Errol, so maybe they thought it was better to just go back and get the stuff. Because poor Errol.
Rent an owl?
Well, yeah, you go. I guess you could. Well, I don't know. Where's the nearest wizard village from where they live? Because they live just outside of a muggle village.
Yeah.
Because if you go into a wizard village, then there's the owl post, and you can go into there and, but if they don't. I mean, they still could have. You're right. They could have.
Again, with apparition, I grab the stuff and I take it to the post office where I can.
Well, and also, you have to remember that Mrs. Weasley was digging in the corners of her vault, so maybe Owl Post would have cost, and they didn't want to do that. Maybe it was better to just go back.
So many things.
Yeah.
To consider.